it is more than overwhelming. Ambassador, thank you so much for your more than kind words. Dear colleagues, for the beautiful present and the other artwork as well. It is amazing. Nonetheless, yeah, I have to say again, I'm very happy that everybody is here. And yeah, Ambassador said it already. Last Sunday was it actually, we celebrated the 12 years independence of the Republic of South Sudan. And I can look back to 12 years German embassy and 16 years Southern and South Sudan. So when I started to work with the German embassy, it was different. But then there was one, ambassador is always one, there's just one, not more than one. At least not up to now. I never experienced two ambassadors at the same time. So over the years it was always one. So when I started in 2011, there was an ambassador, a deputy ambassador, and I joined. And there was a driver, a very old Nissan Patrol with a Arabic number plate. We had two borrowed offices from the EU. Maybe some of you guys know at the end from the EU hall. There are two offices. And there were the two diplomats were sitting there. At the very beginning, I didn't even have an office. It was realized there is an office lacking when we had to prepare the first German National Day, October. Because before I shifted from office to office, one was on leave, I was sitting in the ambassador's office, and then the other one. And then all of a sudden we had to be on the ground, the three of us. Oh, the office space is lacking. So I enjoyed myself in a very small round table in the ambassador's office preparing the first National Day in South Sudan in 2011. From there it went through container office and then construction site, even supervising the construction at the final stage because the monitoring was done. Sorry, dear guests from GIZ. GIZ had the supervision for the construction site, not constructing, but the supervision, but the construction took longer than it was supposed to be. So the final 4 months, the supervision from the construction sites was on my duty schedule as well. So from there on, yeah, it was a long journey for the German embassy. I assume I witnessed what happened up to now, how the embassy is with personnel right now. From 2 diplomats up to 7, and 1 local employee up to 5 currently in the German embassy. Over the years, I learned a lot. I met so many different people, tried to learn how interactions are working in South Sudan, including my own mistakes and failures as well. Continued challenges accompanied my way, including 2 wars. However, committed colleagues, hardworking South Sudanese, never give up, branded ones, in particular in the field of cultural actors, the ambassador mentioned already, and national NGO members contributing, bringing South Sudanese together. Supportive offices with whom I had to deal. The permanent residing international community shrinked over the years due to the wars followed by COVID. However, having good South Sudanese friends, a few internationals, South Sudan nonetheless became my second home. I believe I'm one of the very few people, I would say by now half international, no, I still have my German passport, I want to remain the same. I would say I'm one of the very few people who can say I have seen South Sudan. In former days, I traveled with the steamer when it still was existing from Juba to Kosti. Stayed with friends in Nimule Game Park overnight in a tent. Drove from Juba to Khartoum, drove from Turit to Kuran Peace Village, and. All these things I would like to do and see again when I will have retired. I will stay in South Sudan, hoping for a better, peaceful, prosperous future for all of us. Many thanks to all of you who have and are still accompanied my journey and contribute to my stay in South Sudan. Since the Nile water is with all of us, hope very much to keep in touch
with a good number of people in here. Special thanks go to my ambassador and the entire team, embassy team as well. Keep your good spirit up and adopting the theme from the special World Olympic Games, which took place in Germany this year. Together, unbeatable. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the rest of evening. I think we might have time to eat a little bit more, to drink a little bit more, even to move our standing bodies, that relax a little bit after standing for hours and hours. Thank you so much for being with us.